Okay, so we're back at the house now, and we're basically taking up right where we left off last video, and that would just be Devin doing this wiring again. You guys don't understand how long wiring takes, and it's already done. He's just actually making it look like not shit.
Yeah.
So all the wires.
Looks like shit.
Yeah, it looks like garbage, but like it's. It looks
better
like
garbage than before.
Looks like less garbage. If you're wondering about the printer montage at the beginning of the video, that was just boosted shades. It's our job, and we have to do that sometimes before we work on the cars. We'd be happy to show you more of that. If you want something like that, you could just sound off in the comment section, and we'll include more stuff, the business side of things, because that funds this stuff. Speaking of that, here's an exciting announcement. We said we wouldn't 1,000 times, and it's no longer a thought. We are actually planning to make this thing as goofy wide as humanly possible. So there's a company called Better Bodies in San Diego, and they have a 13-inch flare kit, which is 3 or 4 inches wider than the 911 Turbo. So we could fit 14-inch tires in the back if we did that. So I think we're gonna do that. Remember when I said we are definitely wrapping this car? Not this month. I got tape on my shoe, that's why I'm like freaking out. We're gonna wrap the Datsun this month. More on that in a second. But it doesn't make sense to get the wrap done on this before it's wide body. So we're going to do that first. We're gonna go for like a bolt-on look. Not in the front. The front fenders are fiberglass wide fenders, but the back is flares, I'm pretty sure. And we're gonna bolt those on, and we're not gonna smooth it out like this, because Devin and I both like the bolted on look. It also comes with, what are the side things called, Devin? Side skirts? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, that's what I call them.
And then we could actually use some of your insight with the wheels on this car, because I'm not very good with wheels and offset sizes or anything like that. We've just been kind of getting extremely lucky with wheels in the past. Alright, so these are 3-piece Kinesis. Oh, almost fell over. And I'm pretty sure the inner barrels would remain the same because it's the proper distance inward. I think we would just need to get new outer lips at the appropriate length outwards, which would be like an additional foot. So these are going to be absolutely ridiculous. I think that's what we need to do. And as far as that, we'd get them probably, we'd use the opportunity to redo the wheels. We'd get the faces redone, and then I think we're going to do anodized black on the entire wheel itself. We'll get them powder coated. As far as the Datsun goes, because we're going to be spending so much money on the Porsche, this is going to be a little bit more budget oriented. We're just going to get some eBay over fenders for this and do some, what are they? American Diamond, the black Steelies. You can get them made in just about a month's time for pretty cheap and about any offset and size. I've done it in the past. They look good. It kind of goes with the car. We're going to stick some mirrors up in the front and put a little ducktail on the back. And then the dual ball bearing turbo was ordered today. So everything should be coming together. Show you guys what we replaced in here. This tube. This is probably the other cause of the oil leak. The issue with this is that it's now a 2-piece setup. You see how there's that one, yeah, and that one. There's a connector that goes in the middle, and that's special order, so that didn't get here today. In addition to that, our scavenge pump for the return line for the turbo isn't going to be here till tomorrow, so that's probably when the car is going to be done. In order to make our return line for the turbo go to the drain that we want, which is the case vent plate. Let's see if I can get in here. Point an arrow to it, you'll see it. There's 4 bolts, and they're basically impossible to get off, but we need to take... Yeah.
There's not 3?
There's 4.
I can't even find the 4th one then.
What ones did you find?
3 of them.
Yeah, but like on the right side, the 2, and then the... Is it the bottom left one?
I'm assuming if they're 4, they're in...
Yeah, it's a rectangle.
So then it'd be the driver's side one closest to
yeah, you couldn't even touch it, right?
No.
So that's the challenge that we're facing right now, because we got to take that plate off to tap it. Hopefully we don't have to remove all this intake stuff to get to it. It wasn't that bad. Now the thing should just lift off.
Yeah.
They might be kind of like suction on there.
It is, and it's in a tight spot, so...
Oh, there it goes, right? Kind of.
It's catching something.
Okay, so it's caught on this like hook that you use for things. And I don't really know what that's for because we've tried to hook the motor to it before and it's not that strong. But it's caught on that needs to come off, and then this thing should just come off. But that hook is, I guess, blasted on there.
It's really fucking on me, Jesus.
So Devin's putting his might into that tiny wrench and it's not moving. 20 minutes later, by the way. The patience though, Devin.
Another 20 minutes later, dude.
It's still going at this. Keep stopping, because I think it's gonna come off, and then it's not even close. This is the reality of car building, guys. It's a nylon nut too.
Oh, thank God.
So it's locking, so it's not gonna allow you to take it off with your fingers until the very end, which apparently is now. I'll hold that up.
This.
That was stopping us. We think. We don't know. I haven't tried to take off the cover yet.
Maybe there's more stuff stopping us. Yeah, I think we're going to take this intake box off.
Damn. Okay, so this intake doesn't need to necessarily come off. We just need to lift it high enough. It'd probably just be easiest to remove all these bolts though. We just want to leave it assembled and lift it high enough to get the plate and the back off. It's just a pain in the ass. This was supposed to be super easy. Okay, so we've lifted the intake up a little bit. It should be easy to get out.
Yeah, it was a little jammed in there, but we got it.
Okay, so this is the vent cover. You know, this releases the crankcase pressure and the oil vapor and shit back into the oil supply. So this is perfect. This drains right into, well, it's not a drain, but it would drain right into the engine if we just tap right here. This is the thickest part of this. So we're just gonna do like an NPT tap, and I think we're not even gonna mess with AN fittings. I think we're just gonna do a barbed on this side and the other side. We got a scavenge pump, so it should be able to do it, and we wouldn't need to put that thick of a line. Just we're looking for the most drama-free setup possible and not have to worry about it ever again. So we're gonna go to the hardware store. We gotta get some other stuff too.
Yeah.
To talk to you guys, we're leaving the hardware store right now, and I figured this is a good segue to talk about why, after all of this time that we've said no, we're gonna leave it narrow body, we like the classic look, that we're gonna go wide body. It's because the wide body just shits on. Get rid of that shit, Devin. It's because the wide body, after driving around with that RWB, it's just so visually ridiculous on the road in a good way that you wouldn't believe the attention that you get when you're in one. And it's not like I want to, you know, we don't want to drive the Porsche to get like maximum attention. Well, it is kind of a thing because it's an advertising piece. So the more attention,
that's totally a thing.
The more attention it gets, the better it is. Is people, when we were with Jeff in the RWB, people would literally hang out the window of cars to get pictures. They'd find you where you sat down in a restaurant and come ask you questions about it. It's just.
This is a super dangerous intersection.
Jesus Christ. It's, if you've never seen a super wide classic Porsche before, it's one of the coolest looking cars on the road, and ever since we saw the RWB, I can't get that out of my mind. Devin and I just been talking about it. The only thing holding us back is, you know, the cost of the entire thing. Obviously, we can't do a real RWB. We can't fly in the Kai out and pay for, you know, that's the way it works. You fly him out, you put him up in a hotel, and you know, you got the shop and everything that he needs to do it. And and then on top of that, it's like $30,000. So it's more than we've spent on the entire project so far. However, we did find a body shop. Well, it's not a body shop, it's just a custom Porsche. They do other cars too, but I'm pretty sure it's mainly Porsche. They have a wide body kit that's similar to the RWB kit. It's called the Vostek, I think, VOSSTEK or something like that, and it's 13-inch flares, which is 3 or 4 inches wider than a 930, which is already wider, you know, like about that much wider than a 911 SC. So we're gonna add like 6 or 7 inches in width to each side of the car, I might be wrong about that.
On top of that, this place has like literally every single body kit bumper combination you could possibly think of for Porsche. It's a really cool looking spot, and it happens to be in San Diego, so we're pretty pumped to go check that place out.
It's a stone throw away from our house, and we're going to drive the car down there, and I'm sure they'll be able to tell us exactly what we need to do to the wheels. That's the thing, is the other thing that was holding us back is we're on static torsion bars. The suspension that it was from the factory, we don't want to change to adjustable coilovers. We just spent nearly $5,000 to get the torsion bars how we want them. So we want to do this without modifying the suspension, and we want to do this without spending, you know, $5,000 on a set of wheels. The price of this project could easily run away from us, so we need to be careful to make sure that we make the right choices. We get the wheels to fit the first time. We cut the fenders the first time correctly, and we pick the bumpers and everything that we like. The more we think about it, there's more reasons to do it than to not do it. If we're gonna go to more car events, and we're gonna try to go to shows this summer for Boosted Shades, representing Boosted Shades, it would make sense to have a car that turns as much heads as possible.
In addition to that, we can focus on the Datsun, because we've already wide-bodied one of those, and they're super, super easy to do. Why are you beeping at me, car? They're super, super easy to do. We can get that done ASAP, and then have that wrapped and have that be pretty crazy looking too.
Yeah, we'd like to show up with both cars, and that's exciting now because I've ordered the correct turbo. I'm positive of that. I didn't get the wrong turbo, and we got some actual exhaust pieces in, so we're gonna add a resonator to it so it's not stupid loud, and we'll be able to have both cars working at the same time, which we've never had before. Lots of crazy plans, so we're gonna get this the Porsche will be probably back on the road and running tomorrow. We'll do some street tuning, and then we're gonna bring it down to Better Bodies in San Diego, and we'll bring you guys with us, and we're gonna pick out the biggest, widest, goofiest setup that we possibly could. RWB without the price tag. That's the plan.
Yeah, buddy.
Alright, so what we got at the store is, these are 3/8 NPT or whatever. So this one's going off the turbo. This is the oil drain, and then we're just gonna use some regular old like fuel injection line to come off this, and then this one will go in this thing at the top here, and this will drain right into the engine case. And then this is for the vacuum line at the bottom, so it doesn't come off and our car doesn't overboost and break. So that's what this is for. We were gonna tap that right now, but it's kind of pointless because the pump doesn't come until tomorrow, and we don't have a 3/8 NPT tap. So we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, we also gave you guys a lot of information in this video, so it's probably already super long.
Yeah, we talked about Widebody. All right, so just we'll talk about that again right after this cut to right now. Okay, this is gonna be fast because we're almost out of batteries. Hope you enjoyed the video. All these videos right now are a little bit more information because we're kind of working out what we want to do with the car. We are going to Widebody. There was I made a post on Pelican. We do all the builds there, and I was referred to a guy who actually inspired our turbo conversion. He managed to do his from the same company for $10,000, but that's because he spent $6K on wheels and another $2,000 on the wing and $3,200 or whatever on paint. We don't need to do any of that, so I feel like we can get this done for at or under $4,000. The kit itself, probably $1,800. We're gonna need new outer lips for our wheels, so that's gonna cost a little bit. Tires obviously at like 13, 14 inches wide or whatever they are. They're gonna be a little expensive, especially if we do like an R-triplet. So we'll do our best to show you what it costs to wide body a car on the upper end of the spectrum. Obviously, like a 350Z would be cheaper than a Porsche 911, but it'll give you guys a good idea.
We do all of our painting and bodywork ourselves too, so that saves a significant chunk of change.
But we can do it. We can do it for cheap, and then this fucking thing's gonna break next, and that's what we want. That's what it needs to do, and I think that's gonna be good for our channel too. Devin's gonna go ahead and pick a winner for this video's giveaway. If you're unfamiliar with our channel, we give away products from boostedshades.com every single video.
This video's winner is Baz Vassy.
Alright, you can hit us up at Teamboosted at boostedshades.com or through any of our social media platforms, and we will get back to you and ship you your prize. The best way to support us, guys, to make sure things like this wide body kit happen, is to visit our website, boostedshades.com, and see what we have to offer. That is how we pay for literally everything. If you guys want to win the giveaways, all you have to do is like, subscribe, and leave a comment. The comment doesn't have to be pertaining to a question we ask at the end, but we always do ask you guys a question at the end. Are you a fan of the wide body decision that we've made? I know some of you said that we should keep it stock, and we plan to do that this entire time, but things change. Our opinions changed after we saw Jeff's RWB. What do you guys think? Yes, no? I mean, we're going to do it anyway, but...
Yeah. Seems to be a trend with us that we do pretty much everything we say we're not going to do.
Yeah,
we should probably like start saying we're not going to get to 50K subscribers, and maybe
we're never going to hit 100,000. That's never going to happen. Yeah, basically, leave your opinion on, our choice that we've made with this car. And then the Datsun, like I said, we're going to get that vinyl wrap this month instead. It could use it. The paint's way shittier, and we can do a wider setup on that for as little as like $300. So we're going to do the 911 in a budget, in a sense of the word. But the Datsun will be a really budget wide body if you're interested in that. So we'll have both, and we're excited, the direction we've chosen moving this. And then, Project Bangalore, that's still going to happen. That'll be happening in the background. There'll be a video on that every so often.
We did a bad job of keeping that short. But, as always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.